Good evening, everybody. Today we are going to be doing a brand new video and I'm going to do my roll for room series. This episode we are going to be doing the upstairs and the downstairs hallway. For this I'm going to roll randomly for the budget and the size of the room. So we're going to start off with the size, and obviously I'm going to roll twice, and then that's going to give us the number by number for that room size. So I'm hoping it's not going to be skinny because we've had a lot of skinny rooms. So let's see what we get. We got 6. Okay, so far 6 is alright. It's kind of long, but it's like solid in the middle kind of number. So this room is going to be 6 by, let's find out, 9. Okay, so it's huge. Basically another massive room. Okay, and now we can work out the budget for that room. So I'm doing 2 to 20. Obviously this is times by like 1,000, so it's either going to be 2,000 simoleons or 20,000 simoleons. So I'm hoping it's okay. 12. Okay, so 12 is alright. 12,000 simoleons for a quite big room. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, let's see what we can do with that. That was the downstairs hallway. So, okay, so if we're doing 6 by 9, I'm just having a look here. Obviously, originally I did have an idea that it could come off here, the hallway, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know if we have enough room for that to happen. I was also thinking it could come down here. I really have no idea how we're going to get this so that it works. The only other thing I can think is that maybe we shuffle everything over here. We could have it so that it comes across down here, so that like the door is here almost. I think that might work. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can mathematically change it so that we've actually got it going all the way around to here. That would be quite good. The issue that I always have with this though is, so it needs to be 54 squares basically from what we worked out from our roll, but obviously if I go a little bit here and then a little bit here, it's always going to be like slightly off. So I'm just trying to work out if there's a way that I could do that. So I think I've kind of worked out a way for it to work. So I need to basically go this far across here and then this far across here. Now I'm just gonna quickly do some maths and work out if that is correct. So it needs to be 54 squares. Okay, so it's 42 squares, so it's not exactly right. This is difficult. I need to add an additional 10 somewhere. I need to add an additional 12 somewhere. So I don't entirely know how I'm going to do that. Alternatively, we can just literally do it the way that I was originally doing it. I think that we're going to have to do it that way, so it's just going to have to be a very large room. I think that that's kind of better anyway than just doing it by square. Otherwise, we may as well just be rolling, like, instead of it being something times something else, it would make more sense. So we're gonna just have to roll with it, I guess, and just have a very large hallway. So the smaller number, I would rather it be coming off of here. So I guess let's go... Oh, to be fair, actually, hang on. How many is this? This is 6. So it would make sense to have the 9 just coming straight off of here. This is a huge room. There is our hallway. It is literally like the same size as everything we have done so far. And then basically what I'm gonna have to do then is go over to here, and the issue is we had a window here, but I haven't been including windows and doors in the total amount that you have to spend, but we did put curtains and things there, so that's gonna kind of mess up this room. The only other thing I can think is if we took these and put them like here, but does that look weird? It kind of looks weird. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Tell you what, let's add the thing first. I could also do it here, but I'm gonna really have to work out how I'm going to add the door in. Okay, so I've done it there, and it does look a little bit better. It's a bit of a weird shape, but now we're gonna have to try and work out how we're gonna do a door here. Or I can, I guess, shuffle this around and have the door here, but I don't, like, my main concern is these seats and actually getting past them. That's my problem. So the only other thing I can think, right, is to change up where the door is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle some stuff around, basically just making this a little bit smaller. I'm going to put it directly above here, and then I'm just going to pull this whole thing over so that it's there. It is a little bit squished, and it does mean that we have to move this now. Way less symmetrical. Does not look as good, but it's fine. We'll put that there. We'll make these a little smaller, and I'll just stick these on. That looks okay. Now I can go all the way around here, and my plan was to grab this and stick it there, and then we have the space for a very tight doorway, which is super weird because you come into this house and it's so small, and then you go into the living room and you just walk over there, and to get to the rest of the house you have to go through this massive hallway. Okay, so let's go ahead and add in our doors. I actually haven't put any doors in this so far other than the front door, so I guess we can kind of have free reign of what kind of door I want to use. I'm thinking like something like this, as we're not going with like a super modern house, and this makes a bit more sense. Then we can go ahead into this part and I guess add in our stairs. I'm not going to include the stairs either in the budget, just because all the stairs are really similar in price. Oh, I guess they're not particularly. You got like 10. Well, we'll use it in this, why not? But I am going to include the windows in that, so I can go ahead and add in those. So I'm going to add one here, and then I guess one, I don't know, maybe over here, just because the stairs would make more sense being in this corner over here, so that we can build sort of up on this section. But what's really weird now is that we're going to have this strange shape that literally goes, because like look at the top half. So if we put the stairs here, we've then got this whole bit over here and all of these areas, which is a little bit mad. Then my plan, I guess, is for the upstairs hallway. We can do like a big hallway across here, depending on the size of it. I guess that makes sense, so that it stretches across both of these weird little blocks that we have for this house. I do think maybe one more window just on this side over here. It'll be better with these lined up, to be fair. Then I think let's add maybe one there and one. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then I can go ahead and I guess reduce our budget. So our budget for this one is 12k. So we have a really good amount, to be fair, to be working with in such a like mass space. So I'm going to start by just laying out some lights so that we have a better idea of space, I guess. I am really not good with building on huge spaces, so this is going to be a bit difficult for me. So obviously the first thing I'm kind of thinking is platforms. I absolutely love platforms as a way to just entirely split up the like these kind of massive size rooms. So what I think I'm going to do is I guess split it just in half. I am going to move this like over a bit as well, and then I'm just going to extend it up by I think one here. Then I guess we could do another one as well, so we can split it up further, then extend it up again. Then I'm just going to remove the walls. So now that we've got it kind of split up a little bit more, it looks a little bit better. And then we can have the stairs be down here, and there's basically just like an additional area, I guess. I honestly don't really know what I'm going to do here. To be fair, this was meant to be our living room, but I'm thinking about putting seating here too, just because of the fact that like we don't have much space in that area that is basically a living room. So we've gone with kind of like more VG kind of styles in a lot of the other rooms. I'm gonna go with, oh, I guess like more like Victorian style. So I'm gonna try and stick with that, I think, these designs. I think something a bit warmer would better. And I could go a bit more extra and go with something like this, but I think that might be a bit much. Although we do have a larger room, so more pattern would actually work a little bit better. Thinking I might go with this one, just because it looks a little bit different from what we have been using, and I kind of like it. I don't think I've ever used this wall before. Then I'm gonna choose probably a wooden flooring. I know we've gone with wooden flooring pretty much throughout the entire thing, but we'll keep on the same path, I think. Then I think I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna just find a wood that like does actually match for it. I don't know what was I previously using. Let's see if that matches. It definitely does not match. So we're gonna have to go with something a little bit different. Or I guess like it doesn't necessarily need to be wood. I could do wood down here. Like I think this wood kind of goes with it. And then maybe we do wood here, and then I don't know. I was thinking carpet up here just to make it a bit different. Yeah, let's do that. We'll have like this darker carpet upstairs. I think it's a bit weird, but I kind of like the idea of having like carpet a bit further up. And again, it does that little bit where we're sort of splitting the room nicely. Then add in some little wooden edges onto there so that it matches up. And then we can go ahead and I guess I'd probably add in our stairs. That would probably be a good idea. I want to have them maybe going across this side. I guess like something simple like this work. It's a very, they're very tall stairs. I think this works, but then I definitely will have to remove like this side panel here. I'm really not enjoying how tall they are. An alternative is that we do this, but that looks really bad. Or we can bring the whole thing down a bit. I don't know if that's going to work if we go the way. How does that look? I mean, it's interesting. I don't know if it's really good. I guess I think I know why it looks weird. I think it looks weird because it does need this side part on it. How does that look? I feel like it looks real weird. I think it might be a little bit better if let's match the wall. Oh, it doesn't even look good matching the walls. I don't really know what to do. What if we just had like completely different stairs like that? Does that look weird? I think the issue do is these little platform bits that we have here now just make it look a bit odd. It might be better if we pulled it all over a bit. At least then we have like some space and stuff. Let's try also adding in some like little rails. That might be a bit better. I am also gonna add in just a quick room on the top part to avoid that horrible light issue. Okay, it's not looking as bad. Let's add in some railings and see whether that makes it a little bit better. We are like, we haven't even got onto decorating though, and we are on 9,000, but it should be okay. I think that's an alright amount. And let's see if our railings help. I think it depends on the railings. Let's see if I can find something that matches that same color. These actually match the theme that we're kind of going for. I do actually kind of like that. That looks alright. Okay, I'm fine with the stairs now. I think let's move on to the rest of the room though, and just try and make it look a little bit better. I definitely want to put something in the corner as well, just to make it not look as weird where those stairs are. I am half tempted as well to add in a wall here because it looks a little bit odd otherwise. But now I'm feeling like that looks even weirder. Does it need a pillar? It might need a pillar. Okay, I've added in a pillar and I've changed the railing, and I think that looks a bit nicer. Just makes a little bit more sense. I'm going to add another pillar onto this side over here as well to sort of combine it all. We could additionally add another one here. I don't know how that will work. I might have to change this. No, I feel like that works. Okay, cool. I like that. Now I can move over to the next bit. So I'm going to try and work out what to do here. We have 8,871 left. So I was thinking for this bit we could have it as like a little reading nook. We do have obviously a big bookcase in here, and this is basically a reading nook. So I could do it as like a little TV room. Alternatively, what about a fireplace? See, now I'm feeling like this carpet isn't that great, but it's very detailed, like the actual wood that we've picked here. Even though it works so well with the color palette, it's very like high, sort of like the grain is very detailed, which means it doesn't look that great in the actual room. So I might have to go with something a bit plainer like this. Still think that goes though. I do want just like a massive rug here. So let's go grab a rug, and then we'll base the rest of the colors off the rug and the wallpaper. Obviously this is a bit of an older house, so an older rug would make sense, but I feel like something like this might actually work a bit better in this room. We do have obviously our older rug here, which look pretty cool, but I really don't know if they work room. Does this work? Nah, not purely. I think we're gonna have to go slightly newer with this room, which is kind of annoying, but I'm gonna try and see if I can stick to it still looking kind of similar to the others. I really like this rug. I think the browns go really well together. Then what I was thinking was actually having a fireplace here, because that could look kind of cool as like a cozier kind of living area. Because I honestly don't know what else you would do. Annoyingly, like this is a hallway, so it's a bit weird that you've then got all of this going on. But I think like it'd be nice to just have like another little area that you could sit in and things. So I'm gonna go with this fireplace because it looks super nice. This is all kind of from the same pack, not gonna lie. This fireplace, the windows, even like the flooring and stuff is all from the Pets pack. I just really like the color, like this sort of desaturated brown color is just so nice. And once you've got it in one item, you kind of have to stick with the same pack for the rest of it because you can't get this brown in literally any other pack, which is super annoying. I think I lie. You can get it in the cottage pack because that's what this pillar's from. So some of the items can be cottage pack like set, but the rest of them have to basically all be pets. We might be okay to try and get some similar stuff here though. Obviously we are going older, so older furniture would be better. Why am I like obsessed with this? This is like such a nice sofa. It's not very old looking, but it's like so cute. I've never even seen it before. I have to use it in like a build. I don't think it works with this one though, sadly. I think the color palette and the like sort of tone of it doesn't really go. This works a little bit though, but I was thinking we could have them like here as sofas go. Ooh, we could go with this sofa because it's like a little bit of an older kind of sofa, and it does match that kind of brown that we've got in the rug there. The only thing is I wish do they have it in a two-seater, but it's a bit too big there. Dang. Okay, you can't get the same one, but we do have this one, which is very similar, so I might go with this. Then I guess we go with the same green. That still does kind of match. It's just not the same though. It's too modern. That's the problem. We could go with this. I don't use these very often. What did we use in the last room? We used just like a sort of more generic looking sofa. I feel like this one might go if we pick a green one. That looks quite good. Okay, let's go with that. I'll add these to both sides, and then I think I want to add like a big coffee table maybe in the middle. I think that could be quite good. These are very far away from each other, not gonna lie. I think it's because the room is just like really long. I could pull them in a bit, and then you can kind of get around them. What if I make them all smaller. Okay, which looks better, this or this? I think the bigger one does look better. I know you're not going to be able to see the other people that much, but I feel like it's fine. And then we'll add in a coffee table as well. We do have like square coffee table, which might work. I feel like these go with the windows quite well, like this one. So I'm going to go with this one, and then we can add some little decorations to it as well. So I'm probably going to go with, I don't know, I guess plants are always a good shout. We also have this space up here. I'm going to add a tiny plant up there as well. And then maybe some flowers would be good. We'll go with some blue ones so they match the wallpaper. Then I was thinking a candle or something for the other part. This looks quite nice. I'll go with that one. Then obviously we've got these corners here, which we could add maybe a plant to one and then a big light the other side. This one's quite nice. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll add a plant to the other side. Oh, actually, we'll switch. I'm trying to just look at like symmetry plants. It should be fine actually to do it on that side. Actually, no, yeah, we will switch it. We'll put that there and then we'll do a plant on this bit. So maybe something like this works quite well. Yeah, I quite like that. This is looking pretty good. I like how it's coming along so far. I'm tempted to add some of these top part there just because they're really cute. I'm gonna do that. We'll add some succulents to the top there. Then what else? Maybe a little side table on both sides next to these sofas. We do have like 4,900 still remaining, so that's quite a bit. So we've got to try and work out ways to flesh it all out and add more things. I really like this side table, but I didn't go. Oh no, it's not too bad. We put one there, and then we can do the same thing on the other side, make it a bit symmetrical. Is that a bit symmetrical actually? I feel like it is a little bit symmetrical. If we add it to this side, we can then add another plant to it, or we can add a lamp to that one maybe. I think that would work actually. Yeah, we'll add a little lamp to that one, and then we'll put another plant, I guess, in this corner. I'm gonna try and go for like a more expensive plant, I think. This one's quite expensive. I don't know if it works, like pot works though. What if we did like plants? That would definitely spread the cost a bit. Do that one, then I'm just trying to find ones that are the same kind of shade. Yeah, that kind of works. Okay, cool. So we've gone with those few little things. The only other thing I can think to have in this section is like a little bass blanket, because I absolutely love including those. I think they always make the room feel really cozy. Here they are. So I'm gonna go with these ones, and then I normally make them smaller just because I think it's way too big otherwise, and I'll just pop it there. Then that looked pretty good for that area of the room. We can move on to the next bit, which is the bit with the stairs in it. This is the bit that makes way more sense for it being like actually a hallway. So I'm gonna go with, I'm trying to think of, we've got this whole space here, which I'm kind of tempted just to put loads of bookshelves all across there. Annoyingly, it is three squares wide, which is like the most annoying place to try and put bookshelves, just because most books are like 2x2 or like 2x1. So I'm gonna have to try and work out a way to make this work. We could have a little gap, but that would be kind of annoying. Another alternative is to just stack like 3 right next to each other, which I could do, but none of these ones actually work. Another option is that we do something like this, but I don't know if that, I guess that would kind of work. It's definitely less like old style. I'm half tempted to do this though and just grab it and put it all the way around so that it kind of like I don't really know what you'd call it, like an accent wall kind of thing. I actually think that looks kind of cool. I like that. But the only way that's going to work is if I extend this back up again. Yeah, that still works. I like that. Okay, cool. Then over here we need something as well to kind of like split it up, and I think we're going to need another one at the corner. Could add maybe some flowers. Oh, that looks quite nice actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to set that. That looks pretty good in the corner. Unless can we get it in green? We can. It looks better in green. I like it more like that. I'm going to pull it more into that though. Yeah, that's pretty. So I think additionally maybe a little rug down here would be quite a good idea as you're about to walk up the stairs. So maybe just something small like this, make it look smaller. We can just put it here. I think that looks pretty cute. And then we do have obviously this corner here, which I'm not too sure what I want to put there. Maybe like a fish tank. I could again use the same one from the pet pack. I don't know whether that actually looks kind of cool. I like that. What about here? Problem is it's huge and you can't make them smaller. So it's like it does take up like quite a bit of room. Let's have a look at other ones because a few others. We've got this one, but again that's quite big. Another alternative would be that we get a small fish tank and then just stick it on top of something. Maybe like a little I don't even know, like a little corner like table or something. Yeah, let's grab a little corner table. Find one that kind of matches the color and I can just here. I think that's probably the best idea. So the problem is I'm stuck between whether I want it against here or against here. Could just get something like this, put it directly in the corner. That could work. Can I get that in the right brown shade? And get it in that, which is kinda similar. Then obviously we'll put on some decoration. So I did want the fish tank. So we'll stick maybe the round one on there. I think that looks quite good. And then we could put some like little plants or something right next to it. We obviously need some stuff as well for like this big cabinet here. So I'm gonna let's put some plants on here as well. I'm half tempted to use this here. I think that looks really cool. Then obviously we need another plant just next here. Yeah, I like that. Maybe move it over a little bit. I think that looks quite good. And then we can go ahead and add in some pictures. So we have 2,763 left, which should be enough to be able to get some good looking pictures in here. An additional thing I'm thinking is we could have a mirror, but I don't know. I guess like over here would be the best place for a mirror. If we can get like quite a big one. We can get this. Does this work in the room? Not really. I think it's the lights, but I think it does actually go best compared to the other ones that are there. So I am going to go with that one. Then do I want curtains? I feel like curtains would look quite good. Let's have a look into some curtains. I might change my mind after. We could go with just like little curtains all the way across, but the problem is if we do curtains there, we'll have to do curtains over here as well, which is kind of annoying. I think let's leave the curtains. I'll just do pictures. So we've got 2,000 to spend on pictures, which is a good amount. We should be able to get quite a few. I want to go with some like more old-timey ones, so things like this would work quite well. We can do them going up the stairs as well. So I'm going to do this one here. Then I think a slightly bigger picture would be better to go here, or like this kind of work. Yeah, I quite like that. We've got 771 left, and we've got to do this side still. So can we actually still get any decent pictures? We can get this one, but it's not very old-timey. Or alternatively, like something like this, which actually works for a wall this size. Maybe like this one. That works quite well, actually. It's a little bit more modern, but we've kind of done a mix of modern and like Victorian in this anyway. We've got 86 left. Can I even get a picture with that amount? I'm going to get a little light switch and we'll just put that right next there. Then that leaves us with 46. So we are drastically running out now. I'm thinking maybe a bit of clutter just over here might be all right. So I don't mind leaving 6 remaining, and it could be good just to get another little item over here. There we go. And then we've got 6 remaining, which we can't really fit a massive amount else in that will actually still look all right. Yeah, so I think we're all good. Yeah, let's move on to our next one then, which is upstairs hallway. If you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, and now that we have finished that one, we are going to move on to our next one, which is the upstairs hallway. So let's see what we get for that in terms of our size first. So we're going to do 2 to 10 for our like first number. So we got a small one, so this is 3. That is going to be really difficult to get stairs up. I'm hoping that the next number is at least quite big so that we have a long hallway, because 3 is absolutely horrible. 7. Okay, so that's all right. We've got somewhat of a long hallway that we'll be dealing with. 3, I am worried that I'm not going to be able to get the stairs to go actually and look good in that hallway, but at least it's kind of long, so we can put loads of doors upstairs coming off of it. So we have a 5k budget for that as well, so it should be okay. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so moving on to our upstairs one, I'm just going to remove this that I added in before, and we can go ahead and add in our upstairs. So for this we have 3 by 7 with a 5k budget, so it's a very small budget, but obviously I guess it's quite small, so the only thing we're really going to be including in there is maybe pictures. I think what I'm going to do is just stretch out the entire thing along like this section here in this corner. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and obviously it is by 3, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do there. I could have it hanging over either this corner, which is horrible, or hanging over this edge here, which is a little bit better, I guess. So we'll do it hanging over this edge. So if we do 3 and then by 7, there's our little hallway, which I think is pretty good. It means we can have a little door that leads through here to these rooms over here. Should be okay. I think we're okay. Let's add in our window. I think I'm just gonna, I don't really know what I'm gonna choose. Probably just like the skinny one here. I am gonna raise it up as well so that it's high, just so that we can have this window a little bit higher up. I could pick actually a bigger window just to let in more light. I think that would be a little bit better. It look a bit weirder from the outside, but I think I would prefer a much bigger window. We could actually pick this one because we haven't used this window before and it's slightly taller, so I think that one works a little bit better. Then obviously we need our doors. I think I'm going to use the same door that I used down here for consistency. I don't know how many rooms we're going to have coming off of it. I'm going to try and, I guess, keep it symmetrical. So we'll do one here, which is not the best because it does go straight into a wall there, so I might change it. Let's look. Maybe instead of doing it straight off, we could do one there, shuffle it up a little bit. That's probably a little bit better. And then we'll have one right at the end. Perfect. Now we need to change the amount of money that we have. So I'm going to change it to 5,000. Then I guess good idea would be to mimic the sort of railing that we've got here along here. It's a bit weird, like a weirdly shaped room, because it stops here. I'm wondering whether it might be a better idea to actually crop that out, but that won't work either because it doesn't go down to the same room. So I think we're just gonna have to deal with this weird shaped hallway. Maybe add like something to the end there. I don't really know what you'd add. I guess like you could have a little chair, but that would be so random. So it's the one from the cottage set, so I can find a similar one. I think it's this. Yeah, it's this one. Then we can just drag that all the way over there. It cuts into the window, but I guess we're gonna have to deal with it. And then I'm just gonna add the same thing here. It's very weird shaped hallway, but it's fine. It looks okay. I guess. Then let's go ahead and pick our walls. I'm thinking something similar to downstairs would make sense because they're both hallways, but I might change up the color. So maybe the same thing, but mix it up a bit. This brighter color is a bit nice, but I do feel like it just doesn't go as well with that. So we could pick something different. This one's a lot darker. It does not look very nice. What about something like this? Nah, it's definitely too intense. Great as an accent wall is not that great as an entire hallway. Why do I kind of vibe with this though? I kind of like this pattern. I wish it wasn't white. What we do have some other colors, but I really like the white, like the pattern actually being white in this one, or like this lighter, like strange color here. I don't think we can get that in any of the other ones, which is really annoying. So I guess we'll go with the white. The white doesn't look too bad. I am half tempted to pull this over so that it's there, but that looks weird as well. It's mainly just because I'm annoyed about this cutting into it there. What if instead we did it so that it stopped here and we actually just filled it with plants or something? Actually, okay, I have a slight idea. I don't know if it'll work though, but I'm basically thinking if you have this filled with plants so they actually go over the edge, that would be really cool. I know that we've got some plant type things that kind of do go over the edge like these, but they are huge, and if you make them smaller, you still get stuck with this horrible shadow behind it. I'm sure that there's got to be another way that I could do kind of what I'm thinking. So annoyingly, like basically what I was thinking was having this like kind of trailing over the edge like greenery, but obviously that one doesn't work because it's like a wall. What if we did like this? Maybe I might have to like remove the walls in order to do it. If I got rid of these, so basically what I was thinking was taking this and basically just sticking it here. That kind of works. Basically, I just wanted the lead to go over the edge of it. That is basically what I was thinking, and then just adding more plants to there. So that does kind of work. Then I just wanted like additional plant just all the way around this. I wonder if something like this will actually work. I mean, it maybe if I change the color of it. Nah, I think it's a bit too modern looking. We could literally just have two, one next to the other, but that doesn't look that great. I'm trying to think of what else would actually work here. I mean, this is really pretty, but I don't know if that's going to work with like the oranges. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm just going to like basically just drag in like a few different plants and hopefully it'll look okay. There we go. That kind of looks alright. It's very weird, but for some reason I kind of like it. I think it needs like a really short fence though going across there just to separate it a bit. Even if it's just like this. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, cool. Now like we can go in and sort out the flooring. I think I'm just going to choose, I guess I could choose white wood actually. Make it a bit different from previous. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Cool. Okay, now we can go ahead and add our decorations. So we've got 4,000 left, so we've only used 1,000 doing that. I've got some space here on the wall, which I definitely want to add some plants. We have the same thing on the other side as well. So for this one, I am thinking of adding some curtains, but curtains that you don't necessarily need to close. So maybe just like something that's more for aesthetic. Something like this is quite pretty, but I think it might be a little bit tall. These are really nice. I think I'm going to go with those because it matches the wallpaper that we've done, and they definitely don't really look like ones that you'd like need. I'm a bit funny about like these walls just because it blends like so much in with what's like underneath. I might change these bits so that it's same as stairs downstairs, and then we can add in those same pillars just here and here where we've got a split. That does look pretty good. I like that. And then we can add in some pictures here. I'm thinking just like large pictures that so we don't need like multiple would be quite good, or like ones that come in multiple. Maybe this one on this side, and then we can do a big one on the other, or just like something like that. It's a bit more simple, looks a bit nicer. Okay, perfect. Then let's move on to the rest of the rooms. We've got like a lot of space. I think a big rug down the center here would be really good as well, just to make it feel like a little bit more cozy. Something like this maybe. Yeah, that looks quite nice. Then we've obviously got these corners of the room as well. Obviously I'm going to be wanting to put plants in there. I'm tempted to add this, but the problem is it's always a bit big. I think I'm gonna, yeah, it looks a little bit funny there. I definitely want that more fits into a corner. Something like this works quite well. And then something else in this corner. I could add another plant, or I could add like a little side table maybe with something else on top of it. Let's go with a little side table. I think that'll look a little bit better. This one's pretty cute, but it's very square shape. I think it needs smaller. We've got this one that's quite small. Yeah, that worked. Then maybe like a little lamp or something would be quite good. We need some better lighting in here. So let's go with some kind of lamp for that corner there. This is a cool light. Or, ooh, I really like this one actually. Let's go with this one. We go with it in that color for now. We can change it after. Then grab a different light for the rest of it. I mean, this one's really nice. Lets off like really good warm lighting. I think I'm going to go with that one. Yeah, that'll be good. Then maybe change the color of this. I don't know what else we got. We've got a nice yellow one. I quite like that. Then we've got 1,000 left still to go. So I guess just have a look, see if we can get some smaller pictures around these walls here. If I can get like a smaller version of this, maybe put that there. There we go. That used quite a bit up. We don't have like a massive amount left, but another picture up the side would be good. There we go. So we've got 30 remaining, which is definitely enough that I still have to use it, but you can't get any good pictures for that price. What else could we do? We could, I mean, have like rips in this upstairs bit, but it's too modern for that, I think. Could add, what else? If I shuffle this door over so it's not in the middle, even though that's really annoying, could add this here, just right next to there. I think that looks a lot nicer. Cool, and that is exactly 0. I think that's the first time that we've managed to get down to exactly 0. But yeah, then that's our upstairs and downstairs hallway done.